Hello, my friends. I hope that you are having an amazing day. I am trying to have a pretty good day. It's a Monday, and I've had a headache today, and I had a crazy busy weekend. So I'm still kind of tired from the weekend. I had 3 of my 5 grandchildren, and we were on the go all weekend, but it was a great weekend and it's still a good day. I am working in my daily habit tracker, and today is the first day of May, and I have been attempting to do a 12-week year since the beginning of the year. However, life has thrown a few curveballs at me. We moved during the middle of January, which was crazy, in the middle of the month, unexpected move. So we had all of that going on. Then my husband was hospitalized with double pneumonia. My work schedule went crazy. I work 2 jobs, and I worked every single weekend for like 14 straight weeks of working 6 and 7 days a week. So I started going through a little bit of burnout, to say the least. And I just haven't really had a chance to catch my breath and really sit down and focus on some specific goals that I wanted to work on to do a 12-week year. And now I have decided that I'm kind of pulling back at work. I am making myself take some weekends off, and I'm trying to make sure I give myself a little downtime and some time to work on my personal goals and things that I want to do instead of always having to work for everybody else. Now, I got the book, The 12-Week Year, and I have started reading it. I'm only like the first couple of chapters into it, so I haven't really got into the meat and bones of it yet, just scratched the surface. But I do get the idea that basically the idea is to have like 2 or 3, no more than 2 or 3 main like overarching goals that guide your sub goals and your daily activities. And I get that. So I have already established my 2, I just picked 2 main goals. And then I kind of come up with some sub goals, and I created 6 categories of a sub goal that will each work toward my main goal. And then I'm gonna create a little daily task, like an action task, to work on those goals, as well as doing some daily tracking, daily habit tracking, new habits that I want to form. And those will also kind of lead toward the main goals. Because one thing I've noticed is, like, for instance, in my fitness planner, like where I will put down weekly goals, I might put down get 10,000 steps a day, drink my water. And then as I started reading this book of the 12-week year, I'm realizing that I've kind of been looking at that all wrong. Because for the most part, a goal is like one big thing that you work to achieve. Like say you want to buy a house, you want to buy your dream car, you want to go take a trip overseas or something. That's a big goal, and you generally, once that goal is achieved, it's completed and you move on. Well, doing 10,000 steps a day for a week may be great, but it shouldn't be a goal, because that should be a habit, something that I want to work on every day, every week from here on out, not something that'll have an end date. Like the SMART goals, the thing is like a time bound. So there should be an end date for that. Well, I don't want to stop getting 10,000 steps a day at the end of 12 weeks. I want to continue on. So with that in mind, I have been kind of looking a little bit more a little more intentional as far as like what I want to make a goal versus what I want to be a habit. So here I have my little daily habit tracking book. And we're going to turn to this page right here is where I'm starting with week 1 of this 12 weeks. These are the categories that I gave to myself. My environment, relationships. Now that could be my romantic relationship with my husband, relationships with my children, with my mother, with friends, any socializing at all. Fitness and wellness. Because wellness is made up of your physical, your mental, your spiritual health. So I just kind of like put wellness and fitness together. Personal growth and development, finance, and I added fun and recreation because that's something that I've been lacking a lot of in the last few months with working so much and just having so much craziness going on. So I'm going to add my goals for each of these in categories, and then I have a space here for what's going to be my action step to work toward that goal, and then I will add my habits. So my goal for environment is to clean out my garage. When we moved in, we just pretty much threw most of our belongings in the garage, and they're pretty much still there, so I definitely need to work on that. Relationships, I'm going to put grace and kindness. Now that might sound crazy to a lot of people, but because I've been having a little bit of stress, with the move and working, for 14 straight weekends without a day off. I've been experiencing a good bit of burnout. And as a result of that, I have kind of developed a little bit of a short temper. I get frustrated easily. I just seem to be really moody all the time, and I really want to work on that because I have in the past couple of weeks or month or so, I have hurt feelings. I've hurt my mom's feelings, my husband's, my daughter's, and that's just not who I want to be. So I definitely want to work on that. My fitness and wellness is to lose 20 pounds. And I did the math in 12 weeks. That's like just about 1.5 pounds a week, which is easily doable if you put in the work. My personal growth is to complete 12 journals. My finance is to pay off 2 debts. And then fun and recreation, I want to do a family vacation. And 12 weeks sounds like that might be kind of short time to do this, but I think I can figure out a way to make it happen. I used to take my family, my son, my daughter, my grandchildren. We used to all go, and usually around our birthday, because my and my husband's birthday is March the 2nd. My son's birthday is March the 5th. My daughter's birthday is March the 13th. And my daughter-in-law's birthday is March the 22nd. So with all of us having birthdays in March, it was always so easy and so fun to just take everybody and go on a fun family trip to celebrate our birthdays. And I haven't been able to do that in a long time. So I kind of really would like to go somewhere, even if I just rent a cabin locally at one of the state parks and just have everyone come and spend the weekend at the park just to do something. So with that, my action step is for cleaning out my garage is to sort and empty 1 box a day, because I still have quite a few cardboard boxes of stuff that were just like thrown together out of the cabinets and closets. And I just really want to get all that cardboard out of my garage. Now, my action step for my relationships, I want to plan a date night with Henry. I would definitely like to try to do that. Maybe even once a week. I'll just have to figure that one out. Now, my fitness and wellness, I want to go to the gym 4 days a week. And my personal growth, I'm going to spend 15 to 20 minutes a day working on my journals. And in my finance, I'm going to set up a payment plan for 2 of my debts. To try to get them paid off quickly. And then for my family vacation, I want to start a cash envelope. And just start putting some money every time I get paid, just a little cash in there to start saving up. Now I'm going to move down here to my 6 habits in each of these categories. In my environment, I'm going to do 15 minutes of declutter, which that works out perfectly fine because I follow the Fly Lady cleaning system. Well, I haven't been following her very much lately, but I do. When I stay on top of my routines, I like to follow the Fly Lady cleaning systems and routines. And part of her routines with these zone chores is 15 minutes of declutter a day. So I'm going to make sure that I set a timer and give myself 15 minutes every day to work on decluttering. In my relationships, I want to spend time unplugged with my family, whether it's with Henry, whether it's with Brianna, spending time with Beckham. There's going to be some time spent every day where there's no phone involved, and it's just us spending time together. In my fitness, I'm going to go to the gym 4 days a week, but my habit is going to be 10,000 steps a day. And my personal growth, again, this action step, the 15-20 minutes a day working, I'm going to keep that going as my habit for right now. And I'm going to put 20 minutes journal work. Okay, so on my finance, I'm already going to set up a repayment plan, but I'm going to track spending because I'm going to tell you, I don't really do a lot of online shopping anymore, and I never go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or anywhere I'm going to be spending money on planners. But I live across the street from a grocery store, and I go in there 3, 4, 5 times a week and just buy stuff. I go in there and buy stuff for lunches. I mean, I know we all have to eat and food is important, but sometimes we will have food in the house and I'll still go over there to the store and buy something to make for lunch. And we have a Dollar General next to us. You know, if you're too busy for Dollar General, I'm sorry. I love that store, and I can go in there and spend $50, $70 in like one trip. It's crazy. So I just got to be a little more mindful of tracking my spending because I got some big things I need to budget out for, the debts and this little vacation. And then one thing that I'm going to work on, my habit for my family vacation is going to be track my plans. And that's just going to be coordinating with my family, like picking a date, picking a location, where do we want to go, trying to see if we need to make a reservation, getting that in, figuring out a budget. Is there any other things that we're going to need? And so I'm going to start working on these. And yes, it is Monday evening and I've already gone through my work day. So I do need to work on some of these, and I will. I still have the whole rest of the evening until bedtime. And actually I can track my spending right now because I haven't left the house. I haven't gone anywhere. So I can go ahead and put this down that I've spent no money in there. And as far as tracking my plans for the day, I can just go ahead and like make me up a little sheet, like where we're just going to start, filling in all the information. Where do we want to go? When do we want to go? What's it going to cost? Like set a budget. So I can work on all of this today and get it started. I'm going to fill in the dates. Oh, I started to say, wait a minute, I'm going to be up short, but that's 5, 6, and 7. Okay. And actually, I work this weekend. Both days. And I work Friday night. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down there so that I need to make sure that whatever I need to do to get my daily stuff in, I know to work around that schedule. So for today, I'm going to put track spending. Or create a tracker. And I'm going to create and then I can put that I need to fill out my journal. Because I'm working on that right now. And then I'm just going to go through and work on these. And I've got to just fill myself out a little bit each day. Come back in and fill out what I'm going to do to like work on these. I haven't worked in my garage. I haven't done anything yet on these. So I've got to do everything. But like tomorrow is going to be a gym day. Thursday is going to be a gym day. And Saturday and Sunday is going to be a gym day. So that's how I'm going to get my gym days in. And let's see. What else do I need to plan to do? I mean, I've already got the things here to track, so I don't have to specifically write every habit over here because I already have them here. As far as like working on my journals, I'm going to set up my vacation tracker, my decluttering. I already have this down. I don't have to write it here. Yeah, and I'm actually off of work on my primary job Friday. So I'm going to put that I'm going to call my mom. She's having a pretty rough week this week. She's got her little doggy. I actually bought her the dog for her shortly after my dad passed away. And so she's had this little dog. She's a little Shih Tzu. And she's had her for probably 10 years or more, maybe 12. She's had her for a long time. And the little doggy is now coming, nearing the end of her life. And my mom is really having a rough time with that. So I'll just give her a call this week, and I'm sorry. Coda is laying here on the floor right in front of me, and he's bumping everything around. So this is setting up. I'm going to start my 12-week year. I'm determined to get these 12 weeks in, and I'm determined to accomplish these goals. Oh, the one last thing I want to fill out right now is my weekly focus. And so for this week is week 1. I just have to keep trying to make sure Coda doesn't knock this tripod down. But my main focus this week is I'm just going to set up routine and a plan. So I need to get in a routine of how I'm going to get, part of my daily routine, how I'm going to put in my 15 minutes of decluttering. What am I going to do to get my 10,000 steps in a day? The time unplugged is probably going to be pretty easy. I keep Beckham for Brianna while she works in the evenings. She works like 7 p.m. to midnight. And if he's not asleep, I keep him until he falls asleep or until she gets off of work. So sometimes I can go to bed before midnight. Sometimes I'm up till midnight. So it depends on him, but I can definitely be spending time with him unplugged. And then I just need to set aside some time to create a little plan for our little vacation and figure out how to schedule in a time for date night with Henry once a week. So anyway, I am going to work on setting up those little schedules, little tracker plans, and then I'll fill in each day the things that I need to do to work on these, to get these action steps done. So anyway, this is my day 1 of week 1 of working on my 12-year plan. I have this little daily habit tracker here, and like I said, I love it. It's got a section for your goals. You can do 6 goals a week. It's got 6 little to-dos, and then a space to do habit tracking for 6 habits. And then you have like your weekly, like a little planner / to do each day list. And that's what I'm going to use it for. I do have planners, that I have my work planner and my catch-all planner. This is just going to be jotting things down that are related to this. This is going to specifically be just my goal planner, and I will link this in the description box below if you're interested in looking at it further or interested in getting one for yourself. And I will check back in next week and let you know how week 1 is going, and if you're interested in following me through the next 12 weeks and see if I can manage to pull it off finally on the 5th month of the year to finally get to do my 12-week year goals. Hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. So if you've made it to the end of this video, as always, thank you so much. It means the world to me when you take time out of your day to watch my videos. And I hope that you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye.